Here we are, we're trying to get the new door in. That's the new door over there.
You know your camper is in trouble when you're using a Sawzall on your rig. We have a couple of things that we need to get done today. One is to get water. The closest thing that we have found is at the fairgrounds here in Redmond. So if you are here and your vehicle can move, that's the best place to go. Dan's been bringing 6-gallon jugs for us periodically, which has been so nice. But we do have a large water bladder that we are going to take to Prineville, where we know we can get water for $10. It's Prineville. And we're filling up that water bladder. Getting close to being done. And it was actually $5, which is awesome. And then they have a really nice dump station. The last time we did this, the water bladder moved a bit, so we're going to try to use this mesh to hold it down while we're driving. Filling up water without our camper is weird, but better than not having any water at all. Gary even added the ratchet strap for good measure. Time to get back to Redmond. Gary's got this set up to drain this into our tanks. Our truck camper has been in the RV ICU garage for several weeks now, and our goal is to get her outside to soak up some sun and play with the other host campers. The nose cap is now complete, minus the decals that Gary wanted. Now, all we have left is to simply get this door to work in our old camper. But, as our rework goes, nothing is simple.
What we've discovered is that the hinges, all of these plastic pieces that are supposed to be here, are gone.
Host is currently changing over to a different door style, but this is literally 1 inch more than our original door.
Here we are, we're trying to get the new door in. That's the new door over there.
One thing done.
Woohoo!
Trying to get the step box out, which Host puts in early in the process of building this camper. So we're trying to get that out. And the step box, I need about 3 inches more height here, and it's got to come out that way.
Nothing better than sawzalling your rig.
Saga.
Gotta do it!
And the grinder.
You know your camper is in trouble when you're using a sawzall on your rig.
Yeah, we had to take the battery box out so we don't damage the wires any further than we already have. So we're going to reroute the wires because the new box is going to take up that area. So we took the battery box out, give us a little more room. That way also we can weld on the backside of this stuff because we have to retrofit it in there to the ship.
Watch your step. So you like our door today? Last night?
It's an open concept. We got to get some of this else cut out because we weren't able to get the saw in here decently, so we got to grind some of this out.
It's time to make dinner. I'm cheating a little bit. I ended up buying some dough that was at the grocery store, and we're going to make pizza in the oven. The microwave oven, that is.
There's no cheese on there. It's got to get to the edges. It's cheese all the way to the edge. This isn't Little Caesars. Stop! No.
Well, good morning. We are still in the building, but we are so close to getting out. I want to share with you what we've been up to this past week. So the first thing is we got the decals on the side of our camper. We decided to go with the more minimalistic approach. We had some of the decals on the area that we didn't touch before, so we just wanted to put a little bit there. I was able to get Gary to agree less is more here. Similarly, on the front cap, we just went with the basic design, less swirlies. They had a ton going on here, and we just, again, tried to keep it minimalist. This is the actual design, and I just thought that looked a bit too much. And on the front, this is what it actually looks like. I kind of like not having those side pieces. Gary and I came up with a compromise. I think we're both reasonably happy with what we got. As far as the door goes, we're definitely making progress. Not 100% yet, but pretty darn close. We were able to get the door in, and it worked just fine going in. So we started adding a lot of the other pieces that we had on our old door. So the handle is back here. We reinstalled this. This is just still weird. I'm getting used to that. Dan mentioned that one of the values of having this on the bottom is that that gasket is inside, so it's not getting all of the debris and stuff from driving. But we still have one screw that's missing there. And this like this weird like broom thing here. But I think it's pretty good. We installed our old RV lock, which we thought we had figured out, but it's not. The deadbolt isn't working, so Gary is currently working on that. These are the new steps that we've got. I think they definitely look better than our old ones. They need to be broken in a little bit. They're a little hard to put up for me, but I think they'll definitely work. We just gotta work on that a little bit more. We've got a couple of other things that we need to do. We've got this threshold piece to go in. Gary's still working on getting the rug and the rubber piece in here to kind of get it flush. We decided to stay in the building over the weekend to get some of these things done since it was going to be in the mid-90s this whole weekend. Trying to finish all these projects so we can hopefully get at least the camper outside on Monday. Well, we need to get back to work, so we will see you next week. Talk to you later.
Bye.